Hello folks, hopefully this is going to be the first of what will be potentially a running series where I give out my selections for picks from the paddock.co.uk. Obviously tonight we're looking ahead to tomorrow's action, which is going to be Thursday. First sort of horse of note, and it's not a tip, is just to basically point out that it's nice to see Willie Mullins sending a horse over to a little known racecourse such as Market Racing, especially during the week. Whether or not this is the first of many of sort of Irish raiders from the big yards to midweek English meetings, I doubt it sadly, but we'll enjoy it for tomorrow to see what happens. Anyway, the horses I like the look of tomorrow is going to be 5. They're all running on an artificial surface. First of which is going to be in the 4:30 at Newcastle, and that comes in the form of Highwayman. A course and distance winner who now resides off sort of £7 lower than its last success there at Newcastle. Was disappointing in a hurdles race last time out, but prior to that did do quite well in a novice race at Sedgefield. And I think 25-1 is perhaps a generous price for a course and distance winner. Later on in the card in the 6:30, we've got I think it's called Loretta. It's a maiden 4-year-old and takes sort of its first steps into handicap company. Trainer Jody Camacho has bagged a winner recently, and I'm a massive fan of anything that Callum Rodriguez rides when he comes to Newcastle. So a big plus there. It looks a really, really competitive race. I mean, some of its rivals in the likes of De Bruyne horse is a listed winner. So there's certainly classier animals in there. But I think at around 7-1 it's probably a fair price, and hopefully we can get at least sort of place money there. Later on in the card, in the 7 o'clock, and it's the last race, it's interesting to see that David O'Meara has Tabahi. Tabahi is probably my nap of the day. It's worth noting that jockey David Nolan sticks around for just one ride on the card. It's its only ride. Now obviously, maybe Cam Hardy gives an indication the fact that he's not riding that and will be riding Klopp. Now in fairness, Klopp is probably a better horse, and I think it's fighting for favouritism, but I've just got a feeling that it's a horse that's being overlooked, the top weight. All of its best runs have been on the all-weather, including an all-weather win at Wolverhampton. It's lightly raced as well, and it's the first time that it's ever going to be racing in Class 6 company. I just think this one's been perhaps put aside for this race, and at around 9-1 that's hopefully something we can jump on. My last and my final 2 horses, we have to travel all the way over to the UAE. We head off to Meydan, and obviously when we go to the UAE, anything that's wearing the sort of royal blue of Godolphin deserves a ton of respect. So no surprise that the first horse I like the look of runs in the 305. It's a horse by the name of Tribal Quest. Should go well. Trainer Charlie Appleby has his horses on fire at the moment, and the 5-year-old's actually unbeaten on the all-weather. So yeah, around 11-2, definitely worth a shout. And my 5th and final selection runs later on the card on the 450. Another horse with like a great record, Midnight Sands. It's relatively short, but South African trainer Doug Watson and Pat Dobbs, when they team up, especially at Meydan, anything that they run has to be completely respected. It's perhaps a bit too short in the betting, but the fact that it's racked up a hat-trick of successive wins, and this is hopefully going to be number 4, I think it kind of shows how classy the animal potentially could be. So yeah, those are my 5 for tomorrow. If they're bigger than 5-1, I advise backing them each way. Thank you for watching. Good luck for tomorrow, and fingers crossed.